No, just...
Welcome, everybody, to Turn 2 Talk. Ryan Pearson here, your host, with Jason Flory, the ultra-sensitive Jason Flory.
I'm sensitive. So Paul McVicker says something to me.
Well, hey,
and then so
who said we were talking?
All those pictures
who said we were talking about this?
Now we got a big star behind us.
Who said we were talking about that?
I walk in, you're like, ooh, because you're crying about those pictures. We took it down. No, I said Paul McVicker was crying about those pictures. So
why are you throwing your buddy under the bus?
I'll drive over his ass.
You can't do that to Paulie.
That's my car owner this week.
You're getting behind the wheel, huh?
I'm driving that son of a gun Saturday.
Oh boy, all the street stock, super stock drivers, look out, because Jason Flory, who can't see 50 feet in front of him, is going to be racing.
Coming out of retirement.
How does it feel?
I don't know yet. I got to find a helmet and make sure my fire suit works, as it fits.
Okay, I'm being dead serious here. I remember me and you, Christy, Janet, we went to Attica and raced the late model. That was probably the last time you raced a late model?
That's pretty close. Well, I mean, I might have run some laps around the county, but not competitively.
Right, but that was your last race.
Yeah, probably
what ballpark, what year was that?
Oh, shit. Shoo. It's every bit of 15 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you had owned the racetrack, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, so
14
13 years ago, 13 from me. It wasn't. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a bit. The last competitive race I did was
that match race with.
No, just got to race the modified. Like I raced it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I finished second. So I think I can still. I feel confident that if Paul gets his car fixed, which means something won't fall off of it.
You got to tighten the bolts.
Yes, nut and bolt it, and if I can do a little setup on it, I'd like to test this week if the weather cooperates. I'd like to make a few laps, but I feel like I can win in that car.
It's I'm excited to see you behind the wheel again. I was a crew guy for you one time.
You still might be. Paul's looking pretty rough this morning when I talked to him, so you might have to be changing tires and shit. So
he was looking kind of rough last week too.
Maybe that's just his new look.
Maybe. But no, he had a spring in his step when I saw Karen was there. I go, hey, Karen, hey, Paulie.
Yeah?
Yep, walked over there and was checking out his car. Now, I know like he didn't know what to think for a second. And then I got a selfie with Paulie. So
yeah, no, so I'm looking forward to that kids' night this week. And, man, just a crazy week, really. I got a lot going on this week. But, yeah, probably not the best week for me to drive, but you know, Paul asked me, and he owed me, you know, obviously owed me a couple nights, so I'm not turning it down. I feel like I can throw a leg over that thing. And
can you get in it?
Yeah, we're making some adjustments. I was in it a couple weeks ago, and I told him to move a few things around for me. So
you got to make some adjustments.
Yeah, I gotta make some adjustments.
You got to make some adjustments. You got to adjust that roof and the door.
yeah, make the door lower and the roof higher, and I think I'll be good. You don't think I'm going to do good?
Oh, yeah, I think you'll be all right. Yeah, I got faith in you.
Yeah.
Hey, Nate Holmes says, hi, Wayne County Speedway.
Hey.
He's talking to you, Jason.
Yeah, well, yeah, who isn't?
And then Sherry says, hi, guys.
Sherry's tuned in.
Hi, Sherry.
Weekend off.
And
Paul
then
Holmes is my cousin.
Nate says, Paul Holmes is my cousin.
Seen Paul last weekend. He's getting his stuff ready to go. We might see him in a super stock here in the next couple of weeks, too. So, oh, you believe it's August. So yesterday I was looking at the calendar, August 1st. You know, I know I was at the track yesterday, and we canceled that monster truck show on Wednesday because of the forecast and the traveling. You know me, I don't cancel shit early.
And you didn't want to cancel even on Wednesday.
But reading the contract and then seeing what it was going to cost if it did rain, we canceled. And those guys coming from a long distance, and they were leaving Thursday morning to come here. So, yeah, Mother Nature, she didn't downpour at Wayne County Speedway all day yesterday, but she rained everywhere else. And I think I think October 10th is going to be a really good chance to do that show. And I'm looking forward to that. And so I hate losing any show because, like, if we were racing yesterday, like if we were racing dirt cars yesterday, we wouldn't have called that until Saturday at noon, 1 o'clock, right? And we probably wouldn't have because the weather changed back and forth, and, you know, we would have probably got one in. But, sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. But
you would have, you could have had a situation, and this is what I think people sometimes don't quite understand is you have a situation where it's a bad forecast, and then If you cancel, then you have to pay those trucks, a fee for, for the 5-6 trucks, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Or then you're going to have to run it. And then if you run it and then it's a bad forecast, and let's just say 500 people show up because of it's a bad forecast, 500 people is going to put you in the hole.
Yeah, that's not going to be good.
No.
Did you shave?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I look good.
No, I just said holy cow.
I
said holy cow. Don't put words in my mouth, Steph. Get your boy.
You just said I look 20 years younger.
I did not say that.
You say that all the time.
Steph, come and get him. I can do this.
So you really could have went upside down.
Yeah, business sucks because I'm a true fan, but listen, I regretted it when I made it, and I don't like it because we're running out of weekends, right? We're running out of summer, but October 10th, we did get a rescheduled date, so I'm excited for that. So I know there were some people that came yesterday who weren't checking the updates, and I feel sorry for them, but we'll have a hell of a show on October 10th. And we've got different ways to promote it now. It opens up opportunities that I didn't have for this show. So, and I'll elaborate on those in the coming weeks. But I'm really excited about the opportunity to still get that show in. And it can be more of a Saturday matinee in October. It doesn't have to be under the lights, so it can start a little earlier because of the fall time. So I think that works better in our favor. And then opportunity to promote directly to kids at schools, because school will be in session by then. So I'm looking forward to the ideas in my head, getting them out and doing something with them.
Yeah, sounds good. I know you hate to cancel anything, so it's in your DNA to try to run it.
It rained a lot last night. Like, I just come from there and I'm pumping water. Like, my drains are taking the water, but like crazy amount of water down to 1 and 2, and I slept right through the thunderstorms last night, but I knew we got a bunch of rain. But I was tired. We've been working. Jen's been over there painting and getting her beer stand all set up, and we got that new pit perking, and I know everybody's tired of hearing about it and seeing pictures, and I don't want to dwell on it either, but it looks fantastic, man. I was grooming it up last night, and I'm looking forward to not so much what it does for the fans or drivers, but it looks nice, and it's going to make things better when it rains, and we won't have the dust going through the pits as much, and so it's all around a good deal. So, yeah, things are looking up. I don't know if he's tuned in yet, but I want to give a shout-out to Buddha. I talked to him. Might have been yesterday morning. The weekend went by so fast, but we might have him on the show maybe next week. And he's back home recovering now, and so I know if he's tuned in, shout out to him, and hopefully get him there at least once or twice this year yet. And he's always positive. He calls me. I feel bad I don't always have the time to pick the phone up, and that's shame on me. But just thinking about that. Along with the other, like Rick Rare and
Kyle.
Kyle, and what's the other guy's name? It's slipping my mind. I had them all when I walked in here, and then you took the pictures down. But so I'm thinking of all those guys we've had incidents with this week, actually, and we should get together and do a progress report on all of them at some point. Do a little research this week and give an update, because we don't want to forget about what happened, and keep those people in your thoughts and prayers, and be a good time.
For sure. Buddha, I'm sure, was excited to get home and see Boo Boo, his little buddy.
Yeah, his cat. You and him got something in common, and we'll leave that where it's at.
Hey, you ready for a guest, or you want to keep BSing?
Are you gonna do this knock on the door shit?
No, I'm not. I wasn't thinking about that, but.
Oh, Tyler, here we go.
Hey, somebody's ringing the doorbell.
Somebody's ringing the doorbell.
I wonder who that could be.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he's even knocking.
Yes. Can he hear that too?
I don't know.
I'm gonna ask him.
What's going on, Mr. Tyler Street? How are you?
I'm doing good. About you guys?
We're doing great. It's good to have you. Could you hear you knocking on the door and ringing the doorbell?
Oh yeah, I could hear it.
Oh, great. Oh, sorry about that. Ryan's got these sound effects that I can play with.
That was a big deal about picking this picking this program, was the sound effects.
Yeah.
I don't use them quite as much as I wanted to, but
that's a good thing.
Tyler, glad to have you on the show, man.
Yeah, I also want to be here. Thank you for inviting me. I watch these every so often, so it's awesome to be a part of it.
We're glad we're glad we at least have one viewer sometimes.
Comedy hour is what we call this. It's comedy hour, Tyler. So, hey, you're coming off a big win. I mean, you have been fast all year, and so to finally close that one up there a couple weeks ago, that had to feel good. And just the speed's been there, and just bad luck. And I'd say the speed's been there for 2 years now. And I can go back, and I know you probably remember them better than me, but I can remember 3 or 4 that was yours right up until something crazy happened.
Yeah, it's been one of those that it's like we always seem like to have the speed and be there right away. It just either something little happens or something big happens, one of the two. Including being on fire. I've been that a couple times now here lately, so not very fun. But yeah, it's been really good. I love Wayne County. Just something about it. There's just something about ripping the wall every time and being up top. And I've done a couple times on the bottom, but I enjoy ripping the fence there.
We were talking to Cale Thomas earlier in the year, and he said, it's the focus that it takes to be on the edge every single lap. What is that as a driver, driving a sprint car? How does that feel to be right on that edge and be laser focused lap after lap?
Yeah, it takes a lot. It just takes a lot of confidence in yourself. That's the biggest thing, is just making sure that the car's there. That's the biggest thing. You got to make sure the car's there and the setup's there, and just having the confidence in your head just to constantly do that repetitive on the wall all the time. It takes a lot. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's a blast to do all the time.
Now the other day, Malkett, he was kind of showing you the nose on the inside, coming off of 4 a couple times, trying to slide you a little bit. Did you think he was really going to get some, be that close and put that pressure on you?
I kept watching the leaderboard, so I kept seeing, and I kind of figured he'd get up there sooner or later. I kept counting the laps down as every time we kept going by the flag stand. So I just had to more or less worry about what was going on. But I knew Malcolm was going to be there, and I couldn't tell who slid me the first time. But then somebody told me that it was Danny that slid me the first time, but I knew the second time. Yeah, that was for sure. It was tough. I knew it was Malcolm, and then I knew I had to step my game up just a little bit more.
Yeah, listen, Henry's good at that bottom. Ever since we put that in there, he's been really smooth down there. But Moomall's been good this year. He kind of come out of his funk from the last couple of years. But that car of yours, so what's the difference between your own stuff? It's been, 2 or 3 years since you've been in your own stuff. You get into Keegan ride, and you had instant success there. Were you guys friends beforehand? Did you guys hang out and stuff, or how's that team gel so fast?
Yeah, we've always been friends with the Kingan family. It's just one of those that two families have always combined and been really good to each other, and a lot of it's all the same stuff that I would run as my own stuff, so it's kind of easy gelling with that. The only thing that we use is just our shocks on the car, so we kind of know our our package that we need basically every week. So everything else is all the same. I mean, it's got the same motor in it of what we used to run all the time in our stuff. We sold the one motor of our stuff, so all we down is just a bigger horsepower motor now that we try to take Eldora every so often, but it's kind of a nice one for around the bigger shows also.
Okay.
You guys, hit Eldora. What's it like racing that track?
It takes a big set of kahunas to go do it, because it's not something just quick and easy to learn. I still trying to. It's on my top of the goal is just to make an A main at Eldora, because it's so hard to do. It's all about qualifying. It's all about how big of a motor you got also, and you got to have the right setup for it also. So yeah, it's just it's a big on the bucket list. If anybody can do it, to do it.
Here's a question for you that you just said something, and I'm sprint car illiterate. I think they're cool. I like the vapor trails. I like the wheelies. I like everything about them. But you just said big motor, so I'm gonna play a dumb fan. 410 cubic inch sprint cars. It's all it's a 410. So what would be the horsepower difference in your opinion, from the best injection heads combination to the worst, or what a standard deal would be? How much power, the average fan, when you hear 410, it's a 410, they're all the same, but you're saying that you need a lot of motor. What would be the difference?
I mean, like, so, like, the beginner motor to really get into 410s is like, it's like, I would say like 820-ish to 840, and your high end, like your outlaw guys, they're pushing, 980 to 1,000 already. So I've heard I've heard a couple guys out there that have 1,000 horsepower, and I know Rico used to be one of them that had a Eldora or Knoxville all the time. That was a strict motor that was meant for those two racetracks. So it's got insane now.
Yeah, because with the sprint cars, I think a lot of people think it's equal playing field, right? Oh, it's a 410, but there was an article. I don't know if you've seen it. Donnie Schatz and Danny Dietrich were on Pit Talk or something last week, and they were talking about tires being a big issue. How tires now are acting like springs, and they've got a tire tester, I guess, of some sort, where they can smash a tire to tell you how much resistance or whatever has in it. So going along those lines with engines being supposed to be the same, do you think there's a lot of goofy things going on in the rules package because there's not a lot of tech in that class?
I don't know as much anymore. I can't agree on like the tire deal. It's throwing everybody in a loop right now because stuff has changed from the beginning of the season or even at the end of last season to now. It is not the same tire anymore. I made it one Saturday, but we're still struggling. Like we're on the struggle bus right now to try to really find a lot of speed. So I kind of think it all depends on how big your pocket is. That's the biggest deal right now. So.
It was interesting when he was talking about tires, like these same tires out of the two new tires out of the same batch, but they don't act the same. That's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, it's proven. Like it's been proven that we might buy one week and it works really, really good with everything we have, and buy that exact same tire measurement and go into it the next week and it's a completely different tire. Like it doesn't work then. So it's throwing all of us on a loop right now, and it's it's my dad and I that I really do the setup on all this. So him and I have really had to sit down and think, and on each and every little adjustment to make it good and fast every week.
Go ahead.
I was hanging out with some late model guys for the Speed Week show, the Monday night Speed Week show, and these late model guys I was with, around me, they were down near some sprint cars that it was in the infield when they were qualifying and stuff, and he could smell tire dope. Do you think tire doping goes on a lot in the sprint car class?
I honestly don't know much of that. Like I've always heard, like if some people say the simple green trick, like you like soak it in simple green, and we used to do that in go-karts all the time, and man, I hope it's not like that, because I don't miss any of those days when it was go-kart days of prep this, prep that, like this certain chemicals and that, and I want nothing to do with any of that anymore. I don't miss any of the smells, and I don't want to smell all that stuff again. So
yeah, do you guys have I don't know what it's called, but do you guys have a machine, or does anybody that you know of in the area have one of those tire machines where you can rate a tire? I mean, what they're really doing is rate that tire. The tire is a spring, and so is there a way that you guys do that, or is there a tool?
Everything that we have, we don't, and I don't even really know anybody that has that.
Okay.
Man, they're expensive. They're expensive if you want one of those, and honestly, I kind of find it a little cheating way, I guess. I don't know. That's kind of on my end of it, that I think that you want this constant tire all the time, and the tire costs of what they are. I don't want to constantly have to buy a tire till I can find that exact same tire as the one before.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I think there has to be variables. We're racing on dirt. Sometimes it's rough, sometimes it's smooth, fast, slow, whatever. And so I think the tire is just another game into it, where I think of ARCA or IROC series back in my day, and I think, nobody wants all to complete the same stuff. We want a little grayer to work in. So I was just curious. When I read that article with Schatz and Dietrich, I was a little taken back, and I didn't know on the local level if you guys had dabbled in something like that.
Yeah, nothing for us. There's just it just costs too much to constantly want to dab into it.
Yeah. Okay.
Tell me about what's it like racing with Kingan Motorsports and Troy and those guys. I know you kind of talked about how it came together, but like, what is it like racing with those guys?
Yeah, it's awesome. it's two family teams, right? So it's a big family that we do a lot of stuff together still. You know, we invite each other to a lot of off parties that we do that, you know, during the season. I mean, racing takes up most of the season as it is. It takes up every weekend, and you're there, you know, what, March to October anymore at this point. So it's one of those things that's just been really nice between us. We gel really easily. You know, we want something that is right, that we both know that's right way to do it. We're not afraid to just do it, basically. So
who the unsung heroes, you know, behind the scenes that, you know, a part of that team? I know your dad's really involved, but you know, who are the unsung heroes of part of that team?
Yeah, you know, like for us, it's my mom, dad, and my wife. So that's the big four for us every week. Oh, and not every time. You know, if we race on Fridays, and my wife's a school teacher, so I lose her on Fridays as it is. So most of the time, it's, you know, my mom and dad, or just my dad and I have every so often that how it is. And we still have Troy and Dylan, and you know, and we have their family still there to help us every so often.
Yeah, I was in Victory Lane there, obviously, when you won a couple weeks ago, and Troy, it was I think it was Troy's anniversary, I think you said, and kind of cool. He had a big smile on his face, and he's been rolling at the county I've been there for 15 years rolling that place, and he's been there every day with me, and so it's just nice to see. He's had him and Dylan have both had really good runs at different times, and to get wins over there, I think that checks boxes for them too, so kudos to you guys and the team. I know that checks some boxes for them.
Yeah, that was a big week. Their anniversary was that day, and my mom and dad's anniversary was, you know, Monday. So that was a really cool gift to both people, both groups like that. And I think that put a lot of big smiles on us. You know, just been struggling all the time and having issues here so often, and just to finally get one, it made it really nice for all of us.
When you talk about the struggles, and we've seen, you know, a mechanical failure here, the fire there, you know, what's it say about your resiliency, you know, to bounce back from some of the struggles?
Yeah, I think a lot of it's mindset. Like I get frustrated. I'm very competitive. My dad's very competitive. Like we're a big family. It's just super competitive, and I don't like getting beat. I beat myself up a lot. It's just one of those as a racer. It's kind of how it happens altogether. So the biggest thing is I just try to keep my mind clear and just to go back into that following week and go right back at it. Like it's a whole new night. That's what you got to do every time.
That's what I told my quarterback, you know, and told Colin over the years. You're going to throw interceptions, but it's, you know, after the bad play, you've got to go on to the next one. It was so cool to see you guys get one, you know, after having the bad luck.
Yeah, that was a nice thing. Just it's the biggest thing that can just beat your head the whole time, and when you get the win, like it's a pretty big clear mind. Then after that, you have a lot of confidence, and you're like, okay, let's just keep going for more wins now because we got one, and let's just keep going.
I remember Keith Berner saying, "You never know when your last one's going to be, so you have to enjoy them." Yeah,
it's the biggest thing to enjoy. It's just it's true. You really don't know when that next one is, or even when the last one is. That's the hardest part.
Yeah. Hey, two-part question for you. What would one thing you would change about sprint car racing? Like one thing, if you could change any one thing about the sport, it can be the cost, but like directly, like what would you change that you don't like about it?
Honestly, I kind of wish you had like a one motor deal, or even like a, you know, one shock deal or something like that, because like people get a lot of craziness into a lot of this stuff now, and it's just one of those that, like, if you could just have that one thing that everybody always had to make it a little bit more competitive, and you know, then it just came down to driver at that self. How good of a driver are you? So that's kind of the biggest thing that I wish, more or less, is like if there just was the more competitiveness, that like if you wanted to go run with the Outlaws or high limit guys or even the All-Star guys, like there's sometimes that you just feel like you're getting your teeth kicked in, and you wish that you had the same stuff they did to just be as good as they were. And then, like I said, it would just come down to driver skill.
Yeah, that I agree with that. I think that's probably the biggest thing I hate about series is when they come to town is their rules and the way they do things. Almost they almost don't want the local guy to be involved. They make it so that you really don't want to be in their group. They make it so difficult. So it's hard to take a race with the Outlaws or, well, that's all there is anymore, high limit or Outlaws, and because it makes it so tough. You got to pay the entry fee to be a permanent or a part-time member, and then you feel like it's such a disadvantage because all that technology comes down. So my second part to that question is the county. Like, you've been around a long time around there, and we've made a lot of changes. Give me something you'd change about that, the whole facility, if you had one thing.
If you had a magic wand.
Man, maybe if the
sitting right
bottom, I don't know. I mean, there's at times that I wish the bottom was as good as the top. That's the biggest thing. Yeah. Like, the top, I feel like, is still a killer every time. It's all about momentum, and it's still in 410 racing. Like, growing up in 305s and mini sprints and that stuff, like, it was all about momentum and keep the speed all the time. And it still seems about the same in 410 stuff. And I love the changes that you've constantly been doing. The change in turn 4 was probably, like, I love that a lot when you made it where instead of, like, it kind of like flattened out before, but now it's all together. I really do like that because it was starting to get iffy. It was starting to get one of those that it kept going as high as it did that I just felt like I was going to drill that front stretch wall every time. So I do like that. I maybe wish there was multiple grooves at times. That's probably just the biggest thing.
Yeah, I agree. That's the goal for us when we do it as well. We took a little bit off over the winter, and it just seems like that top will always be there, no matter if it's slick or fast. It's always there, where the bottom has to be just right. It has to be just tacky enough, but not slimy enough, and you know what I mean? So, yeah, I would agree with you. If I could consistently do dual grooves, would be nice.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing. It's just I don't know. It's hard with having the other classes. Like, not everybody runs a top, right? So it's kind of one of those deals that just always goes on. You're gonna have your guys that want to run up top and the guys that want to run on the bottom, and it just depends on which one wears out faster. So that's kind of the biggest thing. It's hard to judge off of that.
Is it early on? Is it more grooves early, or do you think it becomes a wider multi-groove racetrack later? What's your opinion?
I think it's more later. It seems like, like last week, for qualifying, everybody was around the tires and halfway up after that. And I was like, right. Man, I'm just waiting for somebody to run the top. Like, I'm just waiting. And, Dad told me with the late models, there was a couple like Todd Brennan and somebody else that all of a sudden, I heard them bouncing the rocks off the fence in turn 3 and 4. I was like, yep, okay, top's there. I just know it's there now. So, yeah, it's probably like later on, if it was there, it's a multi-groove. It makes it really fun to race.
Yeah, well, we'll work on that for sure. But yeah, I agree. What do you got?
Where does Wayne County rank as, your favorite track? Like, what's your favorite track, and where does Wayne County rank in that?
Man, Wayne County is probably either first or second for me. Like, me is Eldora was my bucket list, and that was my biggest just want to do. And I've always loved Eldora. Grew up around Eldora as a kid and just all that. And just, I would say Eldora is probably first and Wayne County second. Like, it's one of those that, like, Wayne County's up there. I love the fans and love being at local. I grew up around the Ashland County area as it is, so Wayne County wasn't that far away for sports and doing a lot of that stuff. And just it was still just kind of, it's still home. It's still like home for me. That's the nice thing.
Yeah. It was, speaking of that, when you won there a couple weeks ago, I told Ryan the coolest thing about your feature winning picture to me was it was still daytime. You guys still had time to, probably got home and unloaded the car and had time to go to Applebee's and celebrate if you wanted to.
Yeah, that was kind of nice. It was, it seemed kind of odd, like getting done early and having just a little bit extra time. Like, the worst part is that we still talk a lot at the races after the races are over, or you celebrate. You just celebrate and you have fun, and that's the biggest thing. You're just having fun.
Yeah, I liked it. We were done, I think, by 10:35 with all divisions, and that's always the goal, because if we could get consistency like that from our side, you could open the stands up to let the people in the pits at night, because it's not so late. Where it gets to be 11:30, 12 o'clock, people are just going to go home. So our goal is always try to accomplish that. It doesn't always work out, but I thought it was cool. I don't know. I like that. I feel like it's a better vibe. Your win can settle in. You have more time to really, I guess, appreciate it, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was It seems that way. I don't know. Like, I really thought we ended in the dark still, and I didn't know that until the checker flag photo and that stuff came out, and it was like daylight still. And I was like, I didn't know that we finished in the daylight, and I lose track of the time as it is altogether. So it was kind of cool. It's still cool to finish in the daylight, even regardless of everybody thinks it's finish in the nighttime. That's what you need to be. So
Yeah. You got a couple comments here. You gonna read them?
Yeah, Tyler, I think you might have already kind of answered this, but Charlie Boggs asks, what's one race that you'd like to go and race at?
honestly, the biggest race that I would love to go run is Knoxville. Like, just Knoxville is one of those that, like, it's another crown jewel. It's one of those that you would just love to do. Or I love bull rings, and I wouldn't mind going to I-55 also. Like, I love little bull rings. It's one of those things that I just enjoy.
Yeah, I-55 puts on great racing. I've watched that outlaw race multiple years. Sheldon's had a lot of success there, so it always catches my attention. But Knoxville, not that you care or anybody cares, but I got to race there in a late model back in 2004, where the first time they ran late models there. That place is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, it's probably one of those. That's another one that's on the bucket list. It's just things to do.
I think when you compare facilities, if you ever make it out there, Eldora's cool. Eldora's probably the mecca of all racetracks, but Knoxville being right downtown in a small little town in Iowa, it's just a different vibe, and the whole town just embraces that place. Like, it's just incredible. So, and the Nationals start this coming week, I think, or next week. So that place will be in the headlines. But yeah.
Yeah, I actually went to Knoxville 2 years ago for my first ever trip out there. I drove out there all by myself, so it was kind of probably the worst thing to do, but it was just fun to go do that. And I had a big group of a buddy of mine that one was from Iowa, one was from Oregon, or Washington and Oregon, that stuff, and then also had one from Australia come across. So it was really cool just to good friends of all of us, and we got together and did it. It was something cool to do. And I went last year, took my mom and dad and my wife out there. That was their first trip out there. My dad's a truck driver, so he drove to Knoxville, to the town basically, and then turned away from it multiple times. So I think it was finally cool for him just to go experience it. It's one of those that I would definitely say, if you have the opportunity to do it. It's just another one of those just to go see and watch, and even the whole town as it is. Yeah,
I agree.
I've always wanted to go.
It's unique. If you're a race fan, it's kind of like the holy grounds for what it is. I mean, and if you can get to the Nationals, the late model stuff isn't as popular even today after running it for however many years they've been doing it. It'll never compare to what the Nationals do. But yeah, cool places. What do you got?
Hey, Tyler, Justin Cramore says, I want to see Tyler Street in a compact, just not mine.
Hey, I'm down to drive anything. It don't bother me. I really want to drive a late model. I've always just loved late models or even modifieds. Like, I would, somebody's got to give me an opportunity. I will do it. I always got a seat, always got a helmet and gloves and everything ready to go. So.
That's awesome.
I know Kyle Moore wants to run a sprint car, so maybe you two should get together. He's got a badass late model, and you got a badass sprint car.
Did you see Kyle?
Well, he's got a seat, and Kyle's got a seat. You're going to have to both the seats.
Yeah, I know Kyle and I've talked about this stuff before, and Kyle's always complained about, I don't know if I can fit in this car, how tight it is all the time. So he'll probably he'll get mad at me because he'll think I'm calling him fat or something like that. But nah.
No,
we call him fat.
Yeah, you're not being rude. You're just being honest. He's big.
Yeah, we call him it all the time.
His belly be hanging out over the sides in that sprint car, rubbing her left rear.
I could just see his head sticking out the top. Knucklehead.
Oh shoot, what you got?
Rob Greer says, flag Knoxville for flat track bikes and watch some great sprint car racing.
Yeah, Knoxville's got a lot of history, so it should be on everybody's bucket list. Hey, Tyler, what is the plans? Like, I know you had your own team, and things transpired into the Kingan stuff. And is this long-term deal? Is it short-term deal? Is it year to year?
Yeah, I definitely think it's one of those that's year to year for us, and it's always there. Like, the opportunity is always there, and it's just kind of one of those that if things keep going right. Obviously, if I keep doing my job, and that's always there of doing my job, then that ride's always going to be there for me. So, it's a great family, that stuff, everything. Love what they're doing. It's one of those deals that I just have to perform, and I can keep that seat then, basically.
Yeah, well. And you've been doing a heck of a job, like we said. I think it's fun. It's good to see. Obviously. Let me ask you this: what, you don't have to say specific, but is there ever a chance you put your own team, your family team, back together, or is that just out the door at this point?
I will give hints that I still have everything, and I'll let people decide from there basically and see what they think about it. It's
Okay.
maybe one day you'll have to wait and see.
When you guys teamed up, it's one less car for me when I look at it. Like now, instead of Dylan and Troy and Tyler, now, there's only 2 cars for 3 people. So I'm always like, all right, how's this going to go? But yeah, you never know. I mean, I knew when you got married and, who knows, starting a family in the future, things like that, it just gets tougher and tougher to keep the going. And so I feel like 2 families hooked up is probably financially, and the workload spreads out too.
Yeah, 100%. That's the biggest thing is just like, I honestly don't know how much longer I want to do it. I don't really have a true answer. Like, I'm still healthy, still younger than I think I am. I'm not 18 obviously. So, but, it's one of those that at some point I have to step away at some point. I just can't be around this every day and every year basically. So, I got to take it day by day. That's the biggest thing.
How old are you?
I am 27.
Well,
you're still.
We ain't even having this conversation for at least 10 more years.
Yeah,
I mean,
holy
you're
cow.
talking to some people that are more than 20 years your age, man. Like,
I quit racing like 30 years ago.
you didn't even start. You talk about you don't know when your last one's coming. You don't even ever had your first one, right?
Yeah, it's one of those. It's just money. It's all the money right now. Just kind of getting the money wrapped around everything. That's the biggest thing for me right now. Is just trying to decide if the money's there, I'm going to continue. Like, it's just one of those. But as soon as that money starts going dry, it's not one of those I want to keep pushing on it and like lose all of it altogether. So.
Yeah, go ahead.
How did you first get into sprint car racing? Like, that's what I was going to ask a long time ago, but I got sidetracked.
Yeah, man, it's honestly, this is gonna be a funny one because originally, when I came out of mini sprints, it was one of those deals. I was actually gonna go drive late models. Like, my family loved late models. That's just kind of what we did. We loved late models, loved going to the World 100 or any like that. We used to go to Charlotte and just go watch late models all the time. But then we decided, maybe that's probably not the best idea to go that way, and just stayed open wheel and just went into sprint cars and just got into 305s and went that way. And it was kind of cool. It was one of those that, like, it worked really good right away. We did really good. We had a good results. Got a couple 305 wins out of it, and then made that decision to go into 410s. It was just one of those, and I honestly think going 410s was still probably the best idea. I know my dad and I always say that maybe we should have got into it sooner, just because of it was kind of like holding me back, maybe more or less one of those deals. But yeah, it's kind of more or less just my story of just how I got into sprint car racing.
So, what was not a good idea about going late model racing? Like, what turned you away?
Probably the cost of what it costs of a chassis, and then what it costs for a motor as well. So it was probably the biggest 2 reasons why.
That's what I hear. It's amazing because sprint cars are very expensive too. I mean, those things aren't cheap, but the cost of a late model today is it's just made it so almost impossible for anybody to just go into. You almost have to start somewhere and build your equipment level up. Where I think sprint cars, I think the purses are better in sprint car racing. I think the draw, it's easier to probably draw marketing partners for sprint car teams because I think the TV coverage is better and the popularity is better. So I think you made a wise decision.
Yeah, I definitely think, I still think it's even between the two. I think you still have your group that you really like late models, and then I think you have your big group that still like sprint cars. It just kind of it's one of those deals that I think the fans are always there, and it's just the races are always there. I mean, it just depends on what you want to do, basically. That seems what it seems like to me.
Yeah, sprint car races, though, so I'm a late model fan. I mean, I could give you the same story, right? But when the sprint cars are at Wayne County, there's just and I think the fans, I get phone calls all the time, right? Are those cars with wings going to be there? People don't even know what they are, but they want to watch those cars with wings. And I think it goes back to the wheelies, the vapor trails off the wings, and you get, and I'm not dissing late models because I'm a late model fan, but I think you just get a better race sometimes because huge horsepower, short wheelbase, lots of downforce. You you can get more maneuverability out of a sprint car. Late models are pretty aero dependent these days.
Yeah, I mean, and sprint cars are still aero. It's just I don't think a lot of people understand, like, these only, we all we have to weigh is 1450. That's nothing compared to what I don't know what the late models have to weigh, but I know that we're still lighter, have all that horsepower and stuff. So we go pretty fast. That's the biggest thing for us.
Yeah, they're 2250. So, you're pushing 800 pounds more, and some of them are more. Like, we won't pick on Kyle, but he's more than that. Well, he told me.
He might be 200 pounds more.
A little bit. What you got?
Tyler, the competition in the sprint car class, has it gotten tougher over the years at Wayne County?
I believe it is. Like, I easily say we have at least 6 of us, or 7 of us that can easily win it every week. Between Malklet, Chris, Jamie's there at times, with there, and you still get the outsiders at every so often, and you get Danny as well. Like, there's always just somebody that is good, and you give them that opportunity, like starting up front or just even having a really good car. Like, it's hard to beat them. It's just one of those deals. It's just really hard to beat somebody sometimes there.
Yeah, I say this, and I think this holds true. If I had stats, I'm not a good statistician though, but like it's tough to get around the county. Like, you make as many laps around the county as you guys do every week. Like, when you see Fremont cars, and I'll just use those because Farmer and I try to do some cross promoting, or you see some Attica regulars when they come off the porch, they don't run so good around the county. And I would say the same thing about, like, maybe our guys that rip County good go to Fremont. It's more of a flat racetrack, smaller racetrack, and I think it's just a big difference. And I think that you run good where you run, and some people just choose to do that.
Yeah, and I 100% agree with that. Like, I know people have probably seen my stats of when I go to Attica or Fremont. Like, I'm good or I'm terrible there. Like, it's really hard to go to Attica or Fremont and be really good. And I can say the same for the Attica, like you said, like the Attica Fremont guys struggle when they come to Wayne County. It's just I've blown to say it's like the whole different just tracks in general of going from there to there is just different. It's just, it's one of those deals.
Yeah, I agree. One's not better than the others. It's just not everybody's suited to rip the lip for 25 laps. I think you elaborate on that. And then sometimes you got to be able to back the corner up and be able to roll the center. And I just watch both. I watch all the races really, and I like the difference in every racetrack. I think that's what's cool about it is if you come to my place, like especially during Speed Week, Ryan will interview certain drivers, and some people love it. Some people dread Wayne County being on the schedule because they just know they're going to have to balls up for 25 laps, and that's not their style.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think that's just kind of the biggest thing of just the different drivers. Is everybody's got different in the skills of what they want, how they like it, of that stuff. Like you said, there's some of us that can just rip the lip constantly, and there's some of us that don't want to do it, and we make the bottom work or make the middle work. I would love to hear Malcolm explain to me how he makes the middle work all the time because I don't understand it half the time.
Yeah, he definitely worked hard. I mean, I watched him over the last couple of years just work that. He'll start early in the night checking it out and seeing where the line's going to be later. He's really, because he knows if he's going to have to pass somebody, he's going to have to work that bottom to make that work.
Yeah, 100% agree.
But yeah.
If someone's never driven a sprint car, what's the hardest thing to explain? Like, how's it feel?
Probably just the hardest part is the power to weight ratio for it, and like it just puts you in the seat all the time, and just that man, it's one of those that it's not easy to drive for sure. And I know everybody probably thinks they're easy. A race car in general is just easy to drive, but man, there's a lot of things to do inside the cockpit still, just for us as sprint car guys, that it's still hard to drive. It's still one of those you got to have the skill set to do it.
I was talking to Henry a couple weeks ago, and I always look at it as like being strapped to a missile or a rocket, and that thing just takes off, and you're just kind of like along for the ride.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those. It's for sure that.
So, like, typical night county, you go fire the engine up, and we do the hot lap qualifying. Do you come in and give feedback from the feel of your, the feel you got in the car, or does your dad or Dylan or Troy watch it and come back and say, well, I think we're too tight, we're too loose. Are you that type of driver that comes in and be like, hey, this is what we need to do, or do you rely on the vision of others?
I think we're both. Like, for Dad and I, just as it is, like, I will give my feedback and he'll give his feedback of what he sees from either in the infield or out on the outside watching also. Like, it's just kind of one of those that we do half and half together, that we just we kind of go together and see what we can do, and him and I talk about what we want to do next. That's the biggest thing. It's just that I think that's why him and I click so good, is that I'll give my feedback, he gives his feedback all the time, and it just makes us better.
Okay.
I was thinking about the Pete Jacobs Memorial, Tyler. What would it mean to you to win? We've got that race coming up. We've got the Bob Chaney Memorial coming up. A couple big all-star races coming up here in September. What would it mean to you to bag one of those wins?
I mean, for sure, that's probably top of the list of mine, for sure. Like, I've had my years at P. Jacobs Memorial that I've either ran second, third, led some laps, or had something happen and just been really quick all the time. So obviously, I want to finish that. You want to get that first and be in front on the front stretch there.
Yeah, I think you set fast time maybe 3 or 4 years ago for that Pete Jacobs race. I think you were quick time, and I remember I think Steve. What was his name? Andrews. Jeff Andrews was the sponsor of that night. Remember Integrity?
Yeah.
I introduced you to him. Yeah, so I remember that. So those all-star races coming up. I mean, you obviously circle those on your calendar because the county's very comfortable for you. But like, I like every night, like kids' night coming up. You're a popular guy. Do you like? Does that? Let me just ask you that. I had a guy come to me yesterday, and I won't describe who he is or what class, but he's like, I want to go to kids' night, blah blah blah. But do you like that? Do you like the attention to kids and all the fans coming up and giving the candy? Is that a distraction for you, or is that just as you look forward to that?
No, I look forward to it because, like, for me, that's a fan gain for me, and and the biggest thing also is that, like, that's the younger generation to get into racing altogether. Like, I want to see those guys constantly around as it is, and I love it. I hope people enjoy doing it. It's one of those. I'm going to have some hero cards to give out for Saturday and some extra goodies for people. So I hope people stop by just to get that stuff. And it's one of those things I love doing with the kids. It's just kind of, it brings their excitement as much as what they do going to the races. They probably don't fully understand it half the time, but just it's a cool just to see their smile.
Yeah.
I think I've scheduled some posts for this week for the Facebook page, and I think your picture is in there signing autographs, and you're looking at the camera. So don't be surprised you're featured on the racetrack Facebook page this week.
I'm good with that.
Charlie Boggs asks, would you ever consider running a full schedule with the World of Outlaws?
I would. If somebody was out there and gave me the opportunity, I would 100% do it. Like, it's still... As a kid, that was the goal, right? That was the goal, is where you wanted to be future in your life, is just kind of like, outlaw schedule, even high limit schedule. Like, I take either one of them. But like, it's one of those. It's a bucket list dream to do. You finish your dream, you get to do what you love doing every day.
And then Kim Mitchell says, "Thank you, Tyler. It's special time for the kids."
Yeah, it's 100%. It's just one of those that I want those kids to enjoy just as much as what I enjoy racing as it is. So I want to see that for them.
All right, let's talk about that. The future of the sport, not what we can change, but realistically, you're talking about how you were a kid, went through the ranks of micro sprints and go-karts, but like, are we at a disconnect, you think, with the fans and the younger kids trying to get them there? Do you see we could do something better, or do you have any ideas how we can connect better?
I honestly am not 100% sure, just because of, you're doing a lot as it is. I mean, doing the bicycles and doing some other stuff that you do for events that we have there. I mean, that's a big draw event that I feel like for kids all the time. So I'm not really 100% sure if to keep doing anything, because you are doing a lot as it is for them.
Well, I thank you for that. It's harder today. It's harder today to promote. And so I'm always interested in the driver's perspective. Like, when you guys go out and secure marketing partners and things like that, like we had the car up at Summit. I think it was, I don't know, January or something like that. It was cold out. And I think that's a cool deal to do. But like, where you're from in Ashland down there, and you got a kid, well, you don't have any kids, but you'll have kids someday. Like, what What's the vibe for the younger generation? What's the draw? Do you think racing is the big enough draw, or do you think it has to be extracurricular activities at the racetrack?
I would say both. I honestly say it's both of like just the I really do think the racing is dying. Like it's not out there like when I was a kid, like you had go-karts to get you your foot in the door of racing. Like you don't it's there, but it's not as there as what I remember. Like shoot, I traveled everywhere, basically Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, PA. Like I went everywhere to continue your racing career as it was. So, you know, the little like backyard carts and that stuff. I mean, that's got to help draw in some of those people just to get their foot in the door of like, hey, does my kid want to do this, or does my kid not have any interest in it? And you know, and not pushing it either. That's the biggest thing. Like, give them hints to be like, hey, I want to see you do this and see if it works out or not.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead,
Tyler. What's something that the fans don't know about you? Like, give us something that we don't know. And you know, we get to see you every Saturday night. You know, you show up and but give us something that the fans don't know about you. Fun fact.
I'm terrible at golf. I can admit that every day. So, but oh man, I really don't honestly know. Of like, I know a lot of them know that I'm big with iRacing and that stuff as it is. It's kind of one of those fun hobbies I do outside of racing, and then just I don't know. Like I'm still a late model guy. I'm still a late model fan as it is also, even though I like sprint cars also, but I like anything racing. It's just kind of one of those things. I enjoy racing.
Like, yeah, that iRacing, I've never done it, but you know, my buddy Tom Ogle, he always tried to talk me into getting a rig and stuff. Does that help you, you know, when it comes to wheeling the sprint car?
I would say some. Like in the wintertime, it's nice for me to have it because, like, you know, my eyes get adjusted to racing as it is. You have that mentality of just getting used to that all the time. So you go away from it for a while, you don't get your eyes adjusted to any of that, and you don't get the feel of it anymore. And I don't have some big high dollar setup as it is, but I it's just one of those things that I enjoy to keep me moving constantly and get me into the racing.
Yeah, I don't think it hurts. Just staying in practice. It's no different than basketball players shooting winter ball or spring ball or summer ball. But so there's nothing that nobody knows. It's like one thing that nobody would know about Tyler Street. There's nothing, no secrets you're going to disclose with us?
And I don't really have any big secrets. That's kind of the worst part for me. I don't really have it.
Where are you at right now? You home?
I am at home.
He looks like he's at the racetrack.
Where's your wife at?
She is upstairs having dinner.
Let's talk to her. I love it. Oh, shoot. Hey, closing out the year. I mean, we're in August already and stuff. So, I mean, I know I'll expect to see you at the county because I think we roll the rest of the month with sprint cars, and we end in that Labor Day weekend with 2 huge shows, and then we got the blowout and stuff. But, like, any good races you're going to hit your team? You guys got some plans for the fall, or how does it look for the rest of the year?
A lot of it's just Wayne County. You know, we're going to go to there as much as we can. We might throw in a couple other races at either Mansfield or even in Attica. Friday nights are hard for us as it is altogether. So, but yeah, we got some other ones that we might try to throw in there at the end of the year. It kind of depends on what motor-wise looks like and just equipment-wise, and then just everybody's schedule. You know, it just kind of depends on everybody's schedule for everything for us.
Yeah. So do you so we rained out 8-9 in a row, I think, in the spring. And so the great debate is this. Is the season too long? Do we start too early? Should we run later? And living in Northeast Ohio or Central Ohio, however you want to say it, what is your preference as a racer? Do you feel like coming out of the gate early is the best because you get the vibe all winter, or do you feel like you go through a midsummer slump because it's hot and it's just been a long summer?
I actually think it's perfect. Like, man, I actually like. I know people are half and half. Like Attica starts really early, right? They start early March and that stuff, or late March, and half the time now anymore, I feel like that you almost need to start late April, and go to October. Like it's one of those that the weather's changing, and I feel like you could keep going as it is.
Yeah, I think the only reason we've got a couple shows booked later than normal this year for some other stuff, but I think high school football and then you throw in the Buckeyes playing is a big draw for other people. But yeah, I agree. I really think that springtime racing in Ohio is horrible, and so you get prepped up, and you know you got to get the hauler out, and it's snowing in April, and so I always feel Like, I wish we could start in May, but heck, you might catch a couple good days in April and you don't want to give them away. But I just didn't know if you thought the season was too long or if you liked just the way it is. Sounds like you're pretty happy.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I'm happy with how the schedule goes for it. And obviously, if you want to start early, you can start early. There's Florida. There's other places that you can go if you wanted to start sooner.
Yeah, I that's another pipe dream is always going to Florida in February and take the race car. It's always been fun. Kind of can run a whole season in Florida before you even get home. I figure every lap in the sand is worth 6 in the clay up here. So when we used to run late models down there, we'd go to East Bay for 1 week. It felt like a whole season because you just run the dog stuff out of it, and you come home and you got to rebuild and refresh. But it's always fun. What do you got?
Tyler, what's been one of your biggest oh no moments in the race car?
Shoot. I step on myself a lot, so I guess that's the oh no. Man, I think turn 1's bit me a lot at Wayne County. Turn 3, same as turn 3. Like, there's a lot of oh no moments that I've done that it's bit me in the butt quite a bit.
Let me ask you something. When you have those oh no moments, and I've had a couple over my years, I'm not ashamed, but like when you get in hot on turns 1 or you get in too hot on 3, have you ever closed your eyes and hoped that it made it? You open them and you made it to the other side.
100%. I've done it a couple times where either you're wrecking or you're not. Basically, you're like, oh, I think I make it. Oh, I made it. Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay, we keep going.
Yeah. That's a true story then, because like you're like expecting to crash and you open your eyes like, shit, I gotta get going. I like it. Good. What?
That just cracks me up. I could just imagine. And like that was just a question that just came to me. I don't know. What do you got, Jason?
Your ChatGPT's done giving you questions?
Oh,
Ryan's always over there on ChatGPT. He's great. Listen, he's ate up with AI, Tyler. He's ate up with it.
I don't use ChatGPT.
Hey, let's do something Saturday. Can you do this? Do you have we should mic him up. Not you, Tyler. Can you mic him up?
Yeah, I could probably.
We should put a hot mic on you Saturday. What you?
That could be dangerous with some things. I don't have the clean potty mouth half the time. You gotta watch me at times. I get frustrated under the helmet at times. So
I think that would be cool.
Yeah, we could mic it. We could throw my phone in his pocket and then just hit record and then put a little magnet mic.
I think the behind the scenes just follow him through the whole night of setups and how he feels. I think that would be an opportunity to put a little deal together. I think people would really like that information, and we can do other drivers. But yeah, I cuss all the time. I don't think there's a day where I don't cuss, and so I think people just get used to it. But yeah, we'd like to mic you up, but. What?
Nothing.
No, I mean, you got any questions now?
No, I'm good.
Ryan stumped Tyler, so you get any comments for Ryan? Because he's over here like, Oh,
I was just so happy for you in Victory Lane. When did you know that car was going to be really fast that night?
Oh, man. Qualifying, I felt really good. Like, I felt really, really good in qualifying. It was just kind of one of those things that I, kind of had that feeling. And then after the heat race win, that made it really just that much more confidence for me. And then being outside pole, that made it kind of a little bit easier for me just to make my own pace. And I don't mean it's super easy. It's just one of those things of I could do my own pace. Everybody talks about that in sprint car racing. You got to have your own pace and kind of pace the field. So, man, I felt like that was kind of the nice thing. I didn't really push it at the beginning. I kind of ran what I wanted to do. Then when I lost brakes, it made it 10 times worse for me. And then it was kind of one of those deals of I need to push, but also not push also. So,
that's right. I forgot about the brakes.
Yeah. Never ask a person who doesn't have brakes what you do with that left foot, because it's probably not one of those things that you ever want to hear.
So when you lose brakes, I mean, obviously that's a comfort thing. When you drive in the corner, especially against the wall, I've done it, and you don't have that comfort to feel like you can get out of trouble. But watching it, I didn't notice. I could never pinpoint the lap where you lost brakes. I didn't see a difference watching you, so you were pretty smooth.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's just you can't push the car as much as what you feel like you can, and then when you get into lap traffic, it makes it about 10 times worse. So because you really can't control the car, you get into that dirty air, you start pushing more. So it's one of those things that you just you kind of you got to kind of control it with the air and your throttle more or less. So it was kind of the sketchy part. there was like times that I definitely overdrove the entry part of where I wanted to, and kind of back into that mode of where like, oh my, am I going to make this corner or not? But I kind of had that mode at the end that if I'm not losing this, like I'm wrecking it or checking it. Basically, it was one of those things.
I seen you in turn one time get in hot, and that was one of those moments. But so explain it to the rest of us. Like, do you rip? So there's times, maybe not last Saturday when you won, but there's times when you qualify or run a heat race. You ever hold that thing on the floor all the way around, just use drag to brake to help momentum? Is that something
it's just about. I can tell you in the feature, I was 100% wide open at the beginning there, and just using a ton of brake at the very beginning, and just using the brake in the air to slow me down. So I was still wide open on the top. That's probably one of those things that people don't probably believe. It's one of those that it's all by the seat of your pants. Like, that's kind of the biggest thing, is that you just got to trust.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think that's the biggest thing that fans will never understand is, like, late models, you can't rip that place wide open. It's just the way the cars are. So that's why I like qualifying for like the All-Stars, because it's two cars out there and you can actually hear the driver get in a corner on each end, and you can tell who's on the wood and who actually has to roll out of it. And that to me is worth the price of admission, to watch you guys strap into those things and have the cojones to go flat foot around the county. And that gives me goosebumps when I watch it.
I know my mom does not like it at all, but she's one of those that doesn't. She gets nervous, you know. She gets nervous for me. I'm the only child, so it's kind of one of those deals that like you gotta. It's nerve wracking at times just to watch somebody rip the fence like I do or anybody else does. It's one of those. It's still challenging to do.
Yeah. So when you race at the county, because Ryan's over just listening, so I'll ask you these. So one thing for me is like, so, and I'll just give you a little analogy. When I race late models, I went to other racetracks that were super fast, and when I came back to race Wayne County used to be flat and more of a stop and go racetrack, and it helped me over there. But Wayne County now is really, really fast. So when you go to a different facility that's more of you got to kind of let out the gas and roll the center. Do you feel like you're better because you're used to going so fast that you know, just the perception of driving, things just slow down for you, and you know what I mean? Like you're used to going around the top at Wayne County. When you go somewhere else, it doesn't feel as fast.
There's at times I struggle when it slicks off. I when it goes full slick and it's very hard, of where your mind and a foot do not agree at all. So it's one of those that's really hard to tell yourself to just slow down and to adjust to that pace more or less. So
like back in the corner up, going into one and actually lifting at that traffic light and letting it roll, that's not something you're going to do. You're just going to hold it down and rip the top.
Yeah, I'm one of those that if the top's there, I'm going to go there. That's just who I am.
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet there for sure. But so what's the plans with the Kegans? Like Troy and Dylan, like, I don't know how much equipment they have, but I mean, so they're pretty much content with just kind of crewing for this deal, or how's that go? Do you guys have like, hey, I want to race this race, or is it pretty much your ride the whole way?
For more or less, it's kind of one of those deals of like, Troy's the owner of it. Troy and Eva are the owner of it, so that's them deal. That's their deal of the money of all that stuff like that. It stays at our shop in Fredericktown, so it's okay. You know, I do all the maintenance of it as it is. I like the responsibility of that stuff. That's kind of who I am. Of like, you know, something's messed up, it's on me. It's just kind of one of those deals. I like that responsibility. But then, if there's a place that we want to go, it's one of those that I call Troy, or you know, we kind of talk it out a little bit more and think, you know, is it good for our odds to go do this, or is it not something that's worth it for us? So it's one of those deals, and you know, we're all racers. We all very competitive. We want to go do a lot of these races that we want to go do. So, for the most part, it's kind of one of those deals that it's more or less of kind of like my call, but also it's on Troy as well. Like I want to make sure Troy's okay with it before we just forego doing anything.
Yeah, well, that's nice. That's a respect deal. So it's cool. I mean, you and Dylan out there ripping. Maybe we can get a 1-2 finish this week at Kids Night. That would be kind of cool. He's had some good runs this year. He had a couple bad runs, a couple bad luck. I know. But like, is there a goal? Like team? Is there? Nah, that's not a goal. That's not the right information being shared. Do you and Dylan have the same characteristics that you like? Tight, loose, this or that, or do you guys opposites?
We're kind of opposites. I like a really tight car. I know he likes a semi-tight car. But we still share each other's feedbacks at how we feel, and and our cars are different. It's just kind of one of those things. It's just like I said, a driver. Every driver is different. Every driver likes something different. I like a car that's kind of on the right rear, but has a lot of left rear drive off. It's just kind of one of those deals, and other people like where it's all left rear or all right rear, or it's just kind of one of those deals. It's just everybody's different, and like I said, with him and I share stuff at the end of night or all night. There's no secrets being held between him and I. It's just kind of one of those that we talk and I still want him to do good. He still wants me to do good. It's still one of those, like us starting 1-2 there at Wayne County was really cool. Shows that hard work's paying off as it is. And, I really hope that him and I can get a 1-2 at some point. It'd be really cool. It's just cool as a family deal, and as a team, to shows that we're working our butts off and wanting to do something and succeed in it.
Yeah, I agree. I like it. I think it's a good story.
Do you guys read the track the same? So like you come off and you say, hey, I think it's doing this or that, or do are you able to be helpful for him and vice versa, him helpful for you reading the racetrack?
Yeah, I mean, if one of us qualifies really early and one of us qualifies really late, or different heat races or something like that, one of us will usually give us input of what we think of how the track is, or what we think how the track is. That's kind of one of those deals. And I know we're still a little different between each other. Like, he likes running the bottom, and I like running the top. So I mean, it's still two different inputs, but him and I are both not afraid to do a top or a bottom. So it's one of those that we just give each other feedback. That's kind of the nice thing.
And then I was going to ask you about racing with your dad. So, I started bringing Colin, my son, to the races, and he's a little kid. Jason got to teach him some very, new words to him when he was very, very young. But, going to the races with my son was good. What's it like, or how important is it to you to still be racing with your dad, Jason?
I think it's really cool. My dad started this whole deal. He did street stocks and went to asphalt. He didn't really do the dirt side like I am doing. He did the street stocks and at Lorain County and Sandusky all the time. That's kind of what was in his backyard. Lorain was right back behind him, and he lived in the trailer parks right there, and just kind of one of those deals. And then when I kind of came along, we got into go-karts and together, and just kind of, like, when I started getting more and more into it, it was kind of like it was his time, knowing that it was just like, I don't need to do this. I need to concentrate on what he's doing. So to still do it, and today, I don't know if a lot of people saw, Dad's one of those that pushes me out all the time. We have a signature handshake that we do all the time before the feature or any kind of race starts. It's just kind of one of those things that him and I did. And then winning, after we did there Saturday, him and I have a meaning. There's, you have those meaningful hugs at times, and when I got that win, it was one of those meaningful hugs that, it was just a sigh of relief. You felt good. It was one of those deals that I enjoy it. I enjoy being with my dad every time. It's just kind of one of those deals, and we're hotheads at times. We still have that that deal between us, but it's one of those that I enjoy every time, and I hope I can get to continue doing it.
Yeah, that's so cool, man. And that's why I was so happy for you last week.
Yeah, it was a good deal. It's good to hear a family. What and I'm looked at that car. What kind of marketing partners on that thing to make that thing go up and down the road every day?
Yeah, it's got 89 Homes, K&R Supply, the Shortstop, Schaefer's Oil, Outlaw Logistics, Bandit Logistics, Behrman Racing Shocks, Factory Cane Shocks, and just there's still more openings. Anybody wants to help out, we're always available for a spot on the wing or anything like that. We always have more spots, and we can always just come talk to me or Tyler Street Racing page on Facebook, and any of us, we're always down to help. It's always there. We appreciate every little bit. That's kind of the nice thing.
Yeah, I see you got a shirt on. Do you sell apparel?
Yeah, I have my own Tyler Street Racing page on. It's underneath my Facebook page. You'll see the link there. You can order T-shirts if you want it at the track. Just message me or Tyler Street Racing, and they can get it at the racetrack. I can meet you personally at the gate, or if I don't have much time, I can send my wife or somebody. You can always get it from them.
We talk to your wife. We'll get that. What don't we know about Tyler's story? Yeah, well, that's cool, man. I think that's good that you market yourself. I think there's going to be some people getting on board. You guys are making noise. I guess I think there's been speed in that thing for 2 years, especially at the county, and you just had some bad luck. So I enjoy watching it. I enjoy the story. The Kegans are a big part of my story, taking over the Speedway as well. So kind of just put that all together, and it's a good deal. I'm proud of you guys. Every week you come to the county and represent, so I thank you for that.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's like I said, county's home. It's one of those that I will forever love. It's just one of those. I love ripping the fence there and on the wall, and I've always been there I just enjoy it. I just enjoy it coming to Wayne County.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob Greer asks, did the 280 degrees hurt the motor?
I don't want to think about that anymore. So
Yeah.
it's just one of those that yeah, when I pulled in the victory lane, it was like 265 there. It was not good. But it was one of those in my mind that I saw like 235, 240 at the end of the feature, and I was like, I'm not quitting. I'm just not quitting. It's one of those that I've lost enough of them as it is that I don't want to quit now.
I love it. Yeah.
You came in, you're like, I don't have no brakes. It's 265.
No brakes and the shit's running hot, by God. We won. I love it.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know that I was like, I don't think a lot of people knew I had no brakes. I was actually going to do like some donuts there, like victory donuts, but I was like, probably with no brakes, it's probably not the greatest thing to do. So
yeah, I don't need to be that.
I don't need to be the highlight reel of me like flipping over after doing victory donuts or being the idiot that hit the wall and doing victory donuts either.
Yeah.
So
That's right. I appreciate it. We've had enough bad PR for this season. Don't do that. We don't need any of that stuff. So cool.
Jason doesn't want you tearing up his grass.
Yeah, don't tear the grass up. I'm letting that stuff get green enough so I can put a logo out there. I'm going to look like Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Tyler, we really appreciate you coming on. Had a great show. I'm so happy, for your recent success because I love Troy Keegan. I've sat and talked to him. Me and him chit-chatted the other day for probably 15, 20 minutes, and it was really good. I'm so happy to you were able to get a win for those guys, and and he's been there for Jason. Has bailed Jason out of a couple hairy situations, a time or two, and Troy remembers, I'm sure. And,
Yeah.
Oh wait, Jason, you still remember that?
Yeah.
But I'm so happy for you to get a win, man. So me and you got a selfie in victory lane.
yeah, I appreciate that. That was it's some of those I don't really ever think I've noticed of somebody doing before, but I enjoy that. It's something new. You have to continue doing that.
Yeah, leave it to Ryan.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys for having me on here.
All right, Tyler, take care.
Later, man.
Leave my past in the past.
Good
Leave that stuff behind me.
Oh, Jason.
You always start that shit. So
Jason.
that's a good show.
Yeah, he's a
a good dude.
very good guy.
Yeah.
The longtime supporter, and him and his dad. I remember him and his dad was first coming out there and was chit-chatting with him, and
We can still hear you.
we can still hear.
We can still hear you.
We can still hear. No. We can still hear you, but the fans can't. Like nobody else can. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, this is the point where you start to talk shit about me, and then your wife comes on and tells you, "Hey, why didn't you tell him that story about that time?"
The crap out of me in the background or something like that also.
Yeah, that's what we was waiting on.
Hey, we just might as well add you back if we're gonna keep talking.
You're fine. I appreciate you guys having me on here. It's really cool. It's probably something I don't really get to do as it is, so I appreciate it.
Oh crap! I didn't expect this interview to go for an hour and 15 minutes.
I know my wife will beat me up regardless as it is, so.
You're late for dinner. Tell her we apologize.
Yeah, I cooked somewhat of the dinner. She finished the rest of it, so I'll probably hear from her for not cooking all the dinner from it.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sacrificing.
Oh, that was so
thank
funny.
you guys. I really do appreciate you guys having me on here.
All right, later,
see ya.
man.
See ya.
See ya.
Dude,
Yeah, so I seen some comments on here, and
how funny was that? How funny was that?
that was funny. I was sitting there watching him do stuff, and I could hear him. I'm like, this is when he's starting to talk shit about me.
Like, man, those guys wouldn't stop talking.
So Jimmy Burns, he commented, like, so I want to give a shout. Jimmy Burns was in the hospital. He had a heart attack this week and had to go get a stent put in. So, this week. Yeah, it's beginning of this week. And so, I mean, people think about old Jimmy Burns, man. He's been a big supporter of mine at the Speedway. He's a neighbor of mine. So just a good guy, man. And just so another stint. So
Jimmy says he can't wait for Kids Night, the best time of the year.
It is. And I like Kids Night. It takes a lot of time. We have to adjust the schedule for it, but everybody's in a good mood. It's the one night of the year. It's like Christmas, right? Every Christmas time, people are just naturally happy. And I think for the Speedway Kids Night, everybody just kind of puts those differences together, and it's kind of nice. It's kind of a cool deal. So I enjoy it, and I couldn't do it without Quota. I mean, Quota is a huge part of it, and then the whole staff. We got a lot going on this week, and so you'll see a lot of stuff coming out about it.
Todd says that was his brother, not Jimmy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was Jimmy. I'm sorry.
Oh, Rita says the same thing.
Oh, so there again. I'm wrong. I've seen something on Facebook.
And then Jimmy says that was his brother.
All right, so 3 people corrected me. Hey, so what? Jimmy, take the credit for it. Say, just take it. Just take it. Jesus. Yeah. My goodness. I tell you, all day long, I said something, and just like said something to you this morning. I come in here and the house is remodeled.
You were crying. Hey, Michael.
I'm going to tell you what crying is in a minute. You're going to see it.
Michael says, race on Sundays in October, Jason. 3 classes. Avoid football on Fridays and Saturdays with the 2 p.m. start time.
Yeah, that's a possibility. You never know what we do.
Is there enough fans that would come on a Sunday?
I don't know. I mean, those are always great ideas. There really is. It's you just have to see how the season goes. Like, if we can run the schedule out, then it's pretty much a status quo season. We've lost a lot early, but I looked at it today. If we run the schedule out, we get about 16 shows in, and that's about where we're at. It was just the odd point this year was we ran some shows where we didn't have our premier classes, and we got some other shows in. It was a very difficult year with trying to keep the consistency going. And so, I got down a lot this year because I felt like, I was doing something wrong. But hell, I can't make it not rain. I mean, I ain't that powerful, right? So some things are out of your control. Doing this as long as I have, I know sometimes you're just going to have to suck it up. And weather's going to dictate. And the weather dictates the damn shit more and more every year because and I'm not making fun of anybody, but people are just so conservative to the weather. Like, oh, I seen it was going to rain, so we didn't come. Well, it didn't rain, we raced. And so then if I cancel because of that mentality, then I'm a no good SOB because, it didn't rain, you should. So I understand the passion. I understand it better than anybody. There's nobody more passionate than me. There's nobody over there 7 days a week than I am. But I also know that when there's no fun being there and there's 200 people in the grandstands because people are like, whoa, that's crazy. What's going on here? Like, so, I mean, I'll make everybody a deal. Like, if we want to race every day and it doesn't rain and the forecast says, and you guys want to race for a percentage of the gates, let's do it. I'll do that every day. No, I would. That would be the only way I could financially make it. I mean, listen, obviously, I've been doing this longer than anybody who's ever owned Wayne County Speedway, right? I've been one of the longest promoters. And it isn't because I'm wealthy. It's just because we've had great fans and great competitors that make it work. But you got to make good decisions, and you can't take, four-digit baths, you know what I mean? We've done those before, and it's like those pissing contests are just that. They're just pissing contests that nobody's going to remember who you are when you're like, hey, remember that guy that raced all the time, but it was raining? What happened to him? Well, he's working 3 jobs at McDonald's and trying to pay his mortgage.
He's mowing grass in Creston.
Yeah. Jason getting old, can't remember. Yeah, that's Mike Hensel. That's true. There's no room left upstairs from my knowledge. Like, babysitting 5 days a week and then trying to do this stuff on the weekends is getting old. You laugh.
Oh, man. Wait a minute. Alan says, ha, 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 Jason wrong.
All right, moving on.
You don't hear that often.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You said that babysitting 5 days a week?
Yeah.
So we do have a somebody tuned in from Wakeman, Ohio.
He ain't tuned in.
He texted me and asked me what time of the show was.
He's not in.
He's tuned in.
Jared, if you're tuned in, you make a comment because I don't think he's tuned in.
He's probably Jared's probably tuned off already.
He's tuned off because he's probably doing dishes and cleaning the house.
Mowing the dirt.
He's probably walking to work for you late tomorrow.
He better.
Yeah. He knows it's good for him.
Because he's about to be fired.
Oh, man. So,
Haters going to hate Jason.
Yeah.
You guys do a great job and try the hardest of any track he's seen. Comes from Todd, 10 miles to the Galleon.
Yeah, Todd's always been a big supporter, and, he knows what hard work is and stuff, so I think it's good, man. I'm excited for Kids Night, and like I said, so yeah, keep laughing. I know, but good interview. What?
Did you see who's tuned in?
No. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Jared, did you do the park today?
Yeah.
You better go do the park real quick.
He's lucky I got a dentist appointment tomorrow morning.
Jimmy says, don't kill me off yet. I already had one 2 years ago.
No, I didn't mean to kill you off, Jimmy. I apologize. I did. I read Facebook wrong. See, the damn Facebook will get you every time. So
I can't believe Jared's tuned in from Wakeman, Ohio.
I like that he's tuned in. Like that's good. I mean, we took the pictures down, so he wanted to see those. But
I'm sure he did.
You kind of ruined that, but yeah, he's here. I'm here, sir. And he says, yes, I did. Whatever. Like he's gonna say no. That's funny. Like, you didn't ask specific questions, you won't get an answer, right? You have to ask specifically, on this day at this time, did you travel?
Oh my gosh.
He's probably home. Like show us video proof that you're not home. Hey, did you have fun last night? Did you go get your you went to one of those voodoo things last night, didn't you? Like your mind, your psyche. Didn't you go to Psyche last night down Barnesville?
Oh, no, I didn't go.
I thought you were going.
No, it wasn't me.
Oh, I thought you were going. I thought that was a conversation last week that you were going.
That was somebody else.
Oh.
You did have that conversation.
No, just you weren't the one going.
I wasn't the
Do
one
you believe
going.
in that?
I do not believe in that.
No, I thought you did. I'm sorry. I'm wrong again.
You are wrong again.
So what's going on this week?
Kids night, man, and
Kids night.
It's big.
Bigger news than me racing?
Yes.
I would hope so. So, yeah, listen, lots going on. Look at the flyers. Look, check out Facebook. We'll put a lot of stuff out for Kids Night. Thank you, Quota, for everything they do. There's lots of stuff over there now they're going to be sorting out this week. It's going to be crazy, man. I love Kids Night. It's kind of sad, though, because it's August and we're winding it down. But Kids Night be cool. All 5 divisions in the house. And look forward to that. And just a good night.
Brad Malkett asked if you're doing points this year.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think we can. Some of these classes have only raced a handful of times, so it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, financially, it doesn't make any sense for me, so no. I don't know. I think we were off the rip when we lost 9 in a row. I think we threw the towel in on that. I know it kind of sucks for people, but I don't feel like it's a fair chance of doing them. It's just we got 2 derbies in, but and those are good, right? But, we didn't run our classes. So when you say we got like 6 races in, 2 of those were derbies or whatever. So we haven't raced much. I feel guilty for it. I honestly feel guilty. I feel like I'm responsible for that. So I try to wipe that away a little bit. But hey, next year's going to be even better. I'll figure it out. Build a dome. Do something. I don't know.
Get a helicopter?
Yeah, I don't know. Like yesterday, I mean, I wasn't the only one that pulled the plug. And you just seen like so many people were questioning everybody's move, and it's like, wow, my goodness, man, just I don't know. I got some great ideas though, and I won't share them tonight, but I've been really doing some research on some out of the box things to do at the Speedway, and I'm excited to do those things.
Where'd you get those ideas?
Just my mind. Like I lay in bed, I lay in bed at night and think about this stuff.
Your mind is ChatGPT.
No,
now.
I'm not. Like
bullshit.
You. I'm not you.
You said you
You're
told
over
me.
there talking to Tyler on your phone, looking at questions because you can't come up with nothing original.
You told me that. You got the ideas from ChatGPT.
No,
Don't even lie.
When did I tell you that?
This morning at breakfast. Are you kidding me?
I didn't mean to say it out loud then.
All right, so we soft promoted this week. This weekend we hit the All Stars and we hit the tractor pulls. So you've saw posts this week.
So there's a lot going on. So when you get to, obviously we're leading up to the Pete Jacobs race. Rob Chain Memorial on Saturday, Pete Jacobs on Sunday. This is a month away, but those are big races for us. But Kids Night, and then we get into some other races.
Back to school is next week. Are you doing anything different for the kids next week?
Something.
So like backpacks and stuff?
I don't know if we're doing backpacks. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what kids night will bring. Like, I don't want the kids to get a bunch of school stuff this week and then double down again. So if it's all toys this week, and then we'll do a school supply drive or something, we'll ask the parents. I don't know how big that is anymore. Do people use pens and paper, or is it all computerized these days? So that's always my question, is I'm not connected. So, like, if I bought somebody a number 2 pencil and a pad of paper, would they just throw it at me? You know,
Stab your eyes out? I know somebody that wants to stab your eyes out.
That's nice.
Jared,
yeah. So, listen, racing's good. County's doing well. Weather's crappy, but we're making improvements. I look forward to this weekend. I hope people get excited. We're going to put flyers out. Not only are we doing the digital ones, we're going to have printed ones hanging around a lot of different places this week. I want Kids Night to get back to what it used to be. I think we've lost a little bit, and that's our fault. I think, Kids Night's always really good, and I think sometimes we take for granted it's going to be good. But I want to really put the effort this week. And
you gonna hot lap earlier and so we can get a little bit more time?
So stuff will definitely go off a little early to make room for that. Gold Rush, who's a big fan of Gold Rush? Rick Susong, and so I'll go get some pennies and we'll do Gold Rush and kind of keep some of that traditional stuff alive. And yeah, I'm excited. I like it. I'm always time oriented. I know you don't believe that, but like I'm always like, oh, okay, this is gonna take this long, that's gonna take that long, but we just have to make time. We have the power to do that stuff, so we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it fun. So, and I'm wearing my Jimmy Humphrey shirt today.
Hump day.
Hump Day called me this morning, texted me. He invited me to church this morning.
He did?
Yes, he did. He said, man, the way your year's been going, you need to go. I think he was being serious, too. So I was like, yeah, you ain't lying. But no, listen, I don't think that'll change too many things either. I think I'm living pretty good. And listen, sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. Yeah, look at you. Yeah, lightning strike us now. So I'm trying to think if I had anything from last week that I kind of forgot, but I don't know. I took notes, but I left my notes in my other truck. So I always feel like when I leave here, I forget things, and I apologize.
I wanted to say.
What?
No, that's what you say.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to say.
Yeah. So I appreciate everybody tuning in, and who's going to be our next guest? I don't know. I said something about Buddha calling in and giving an update on his condition. I think you need to reach out to Rick and Kyle, and I just wish I could come up with that guy's name right now without looking at my phone and being rude. But
Chad?
Nah, that doesn't
Chris?
sound right. No, don't make me guess, because I'll start pulling out rabbit hats. But we should check on everybody. Listen, everybody's need help, so if you guys don't forget about them. Like GoFundMe's and things are still active, and I know they get pushed down on bottom of pages on Facebook, but those people are still recovering, and that's something I'm still working on coming to the fall season, of maybe like a chili cook-off or a steak fry that would benefit everybody. Like my wheels are still turning on that, and so I don't know.
Was it Chuck that we did the big
spaghetti dinner? Yeah, and that's something we could do too. That was a good event for Chuck. We raised a lot of money for him, so I think we should. That's what I still want to do. So people are like, oh, it's because it's been a while ago, but listen, their bills keep coming in, and they're racing family. We always say our racing family's tight and take care of each other. So there's Jeff Kepling. It's always good to see him tune in. Walmart gift cards help with school shopping, maybe. I like that idea too. So
Kepling says Kid Nights is always a great time. Hoping work cooperates that allows us to come Saturday and watch some great racing.
Yeah, I hope Jeff is there. He's just a good guy. He's fun to be around and always positive. Like, he's opposite of you.
Here's one for you, Jason.
What?
Any derbies for next year?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And because, like, I think we have to. I don't think we can hold him to the 2 that we did, because I think it rained within a mile of here every time he came to town, right? Dustin deserves another chance. I like Dustin, and so, yeah, he probably thinks that we're jinxed up here because every time he comes here it rains, but yeah. They're going to be scheduled in a different way and different times and bigger. I think that's the key. I liked them all, though. I thought the mower derby was fantastic. And then the one before that, I thought the 4-cylinder ones or whatever they call them, it was great. So every one of them has been really good. It's been crappy weather, but they've been really good derbies. So have a party at the blowout instead of the awards banquet. Maybe. I think the blowout is a big party every year. I just think, Todd, you just weren't around for those parties. Like last year, last couple of years, it's been a party for me. I'm getting old for that stuff. What's rough about the blowout is having a really good time Friday night, and me and Henthorne usually party pretty hard, and then Saturday's like, I got work to do. and I have to go home because I can't stand it. I have to get a shower and just like wash that Friday night off, and so that just makes a long day. But yeah, listen, I can handle it. I go again.
You're a young man still.
Sleeping's overrated. You got all day Sunday to catch up.
Yeah, you were complaining about what time you got up this morning.
Just weird because you won't get out of bed for nothing, and then today you're like, oh, we're gonna go early. I'm like, okay.
I finally tried to do something that you like at your time.
Yeah, well,
and not on my time.
You know what I was?
And then you complained.
Well, listen.
That tells
who
me,
stayed at my house last night.
That tells me
you drunk me out of bed early.
That tells me you are impossible to please.
No, duh. Like, where you been?
Anything else, Jason? We're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah, wrap it up because you're irritating me. No, listen. I just want to thank everybody, and I'm looking forward to this weekend. So come on out to Wayne County Speedway. And it's Kids Night presented by Certainty Chevrolet. Carl's not going to be there, but I guess Matt's going to be controlling the show with that. So they'll have all kinds of all kinds of Chevy vehicles there. And what? We just had White's Ford the other night, so whatever. So come on out. They're going to have tickets. I don't know if they're going to do any giveaways this week, but maybe if you go buy a new Corvette, they'll give you a ticket to Speedway.
Kids Night presented by Quota Club.
Quota Club does a heck of a job. Serpentine Chevrolet is the title sponsor of the race night. So
right.
Thank them. They do the 50-50, so you know how to thank them? Buy a 50-50 ticket. That's how you thank them. And they do a wonderful job. And I could not be as successful without them. So, and there's lots of people we could think about that, but we'll do after next week and we'll recognize them all. So I'm good. I had a good show. It was good. Appreciate every one of us, and it's back to work tomorrow, Ryan.
Yes, sir. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you in turn 2.